squeaking with this thing. And it sounds like little farts, but it's not. It's not farts. In case you would know, I'm going to turn my light on because I feel like it's just weird. Pedro Jack. Pedro Jake. Is that it? Talia Jean. Hi, how's it going? Okay, I think the light helps a little bit so that I don't look as unbalanced, maybe. I don't know. Sometimes daytime lighting is bizarre. That looks a little bit more normal. I've got natural light over here, and I've got over here is the ring light. How's it going, everyone? Happy almost Easter. This lip color looks really, really bright on my IG video. It is what this is. I'm good. Thanks for asking. How are you, Pedro Jayek? Toad to Nowhere. Hi, Toad to Nowhere. How are you? That's like the Road to Nowhere, only it's the Toad to Nowhere, which is really cute. I like frogs. Toads are similar, but they're not the same. So this is the AOA Studio Full Lips. This is plumping lip gloss. It's got the teeniest, tiniest bit of feeling that it's plumping, but there's not like any burn at all. It's not as brilliant IRL. It's close, but it's not quite as bright pink. But yeah, it's kind of like I would call this like a grapefruit or a papaya, maybe, sort of color. It's cute. This is in the color Light Rose. But yeah, it's almost like a fluorescent sort of color, which is fun. This time of year, it's fun to wear stuff like that. That's like this because it does kind of make your skin look like you have some color to it. NGMG. I don't know how to say that, so I'm just going to say hi. Cheeky Angel and Fluffy Smiles are both with us. Hi, Cheeky Angel and Fluffy Smiles. How are you? It seems like you two should just be a team. Cheeky Angel and Fluffy Smiles. I just feel like that's a good duo, right? How's it going? I'm so glad to see everybody here. How is the penultimate Sunday before Easter? Susie Perialima. Hi, Susie. We'll just call you Susie because that's easier. Sometimes I try and I slaughter your names, and some people find it entertaining, but I'm sure that there's some people that are like, what in the world are you doing, like trying to say my name? Like, seriously, if you can't do it right, don't do it. Sorry. Anyway, so yeah, this is AOA Studio. I like AOA Studio. They have a lot of really good stuff. They're probably the best thing that I have from them that I use almost daily is this right here, the Tacky Base. Because with my hooded eyes, I find that this is so good. Eccentric artiste is with us. I almost don't want to say artiste instead of artist. Artiste eccentric. Hi, how's it going? Has anybody used this besides me? I know other people use it, but I'm wondering if anybody on this particular stream have used it because I think it's fantastic. You can see I'll probably need to get one at some point, but I've had this for, I'm going to say a year, probably. I use it almost every day. So it lasts pretty well. I just use the smallest bit and put it on my eyelids. I am thinking that I might do a video, kind of a dedicated video on aging eyes and or hooded eyes. Because I know there's videos on them, but I think that I can maybe shed some different light that other videos haven't done. This is the from Shop Miss A. So this is $1. It might be more than that now. I don't know, but I think it's only $1. This is the AOA Studio. So Shop Miss A, you have to buy stuff online unless you're in Texas. They have a shop there. They have a store there. I think in Dallas. I think they might have a couple others, but that's the only one I know of. Their brand is AOA Studio. They do have some other inexpensive brands that they can sell stuff for $1. And they have a lot of really good stuff. Like this mirror, for example, is AOA Studio. And it's a really handy little, it's also dirty. And this brush cleaner is really handy. They have really great brushes. They just have some really good stuff. This lip that I've got on is from there. They have some fun products, some really good products. This is the best. Like, this is the one I can't live without. Probably is the tacky base. So it's the AOA Studio tacky base. If you're wondering, good stuff. The glasses are from Zenny. Aren't they cute? So they like kind of a light tortoise. You can't go wrong with tortoise. And then the cat eye shape is a little bit more modern because it's a little bit more squared off and then has kind of this low cat eye instead of, being as tilted as they are. So the earrings, these are also from Shop Miss A, which are fun. They're like metal. I thought they'd be a lot heavier, but they haven't irritated my ears at all or anything. Aren't they cute with little daisies there hanging out? This shirt is from Walmart. The undershirt is from, it's like a cami. It's from Forever 21 on clearance. Thank you very much. I love getting stuff on clearance. It's so much fun. Have you tried magic eye strips for hooded eyes? I have not. I just think that would annoy me. And I don't really care if I have hooded eyes. Why do I want to change my eyes? My eyes are perfectly fine. I know. I don't know. I'm one of the ladies at church was like, "Have you lost weight?" I was like, "I don't know. I don't pay attention to that." But actually, what it was is I was wearing heels, so I probably looked like I lost weight because I was wearing heels. It's so funny how, I don't think I've lost weight, but if I did, whatever. There are times when I have like lost a lot of weight and then didn't know, except that my clothes just fell off. Then it's just whatever. Feel unique. You don't, but said, yeah. I have seen people use them and I think they're interesting, but my eyes are so hooded. I don't know if it would make that big of a difference. And I don't know, like, where would it go? I don't know. Anyway, whatever. Plus, I think I wish instead of changing our bodies, we'd be more happy with our bodies. Why can't we do that? Just be like, hey, my beautiful imperfections are great. Yeah, I know you use it like above in the crease there and it kind of pushes things back, but I feel like that would be just really annoying. It'd feel weird. I don't know, maybe not. I should try them sometimes just out of curiosity. But Roxanne, hi Roxanne, how are you? Welcome to the party. We're talking about hooded eyes. Do you have hooded eyes? But the other thing is just aging eyes in general. So putting makeup on aging eyes is different. So for example, the eyeshadow palette that I have right now is this one. So I use an eyeshadow palette for 3 days. This is a Natasha Denona Jubilee palette. This is the one that was a special with BoxyCharm. And I signed up for BoxyCharm so that I could get this palette. And then they sent me the other one, which is kind of an ugly green toned neutral. It's like poopy colors and stuff like that. It can be pretty, but it's not my colors. And I was annoyed because I really wanted this one. Harad62 is with us. Hi, Harad. How are you? All righty, guys. It's on my eyes. And I basically just have, these 3 colors here at the end because I just felt like I wanted some bright sunshininess. Rainbow, you don't need to be here. Go lay down. Go lay down. She thinks when I'm talking to you guys that she needs to come and check on me and say, Mommy, why are you talking to yourself again? Because you're crazy. Anyway, I'm kind of excited to get into these 2 colors on the end and see what kind of looks we can get with that. This looks so much brighter. This is not that pink. This is more of a corally sort of pink in real life, but everything looks so much brighter on this phone. So Happens for Reason. Happens for Reason is with us. Hi, Happens for Reason. I have something in my hair. I don't know what it is. It's a crumb of some sort. Who knows? Probably part of my lunch. We had a potluck today. I think it was my husband's first potluck, and he thoroughly enjoyed it. So he is from Haiti, and so some of the experiences we have here in the U.S. that are like new for him. Actually, maybe we did have another potluck before. I feel like maybe we did have one, at least one. I'm thirsty, guys. So yeah, that's what's on my eyes. Now, the last 3 days before that, I'm trying to keep up with my posts, but I don't do super well with it. So It happens. This is the one that was before that, and this is the Kaleidos Futurism Elga Karusultman. I probably slaughtered that, and I'm sorry, but welcome to the party anyhow. This little guy, first of all, it's purple, so you can't not love that. It's so cute for spring. Look at those colors. They're just perfect for spring. And it is a little bit one-dimensional. You're not going to get a ton of variety with this, but you can do, like, you can go more neutral. And then, of course, the shimmers do give a nice variety. So this one is more of just kind of a standard pink tone lavender, and this one's more like a duochrome. So they're really nice. I really, I really like Kaleidos. So, I mean, I'm not like I really want to try their lippies, the clay lippies, but that's what the shimmers look like. So you can get a really nice variety with that. But yeah, I like Kaleidos, but I'm not like a raving lunatic fan or anything like that. I've only ordered from them once, right? Yes. I got the Club Nebula, not Nebulous, and 3 of these. So very nice. I like their formula a lot. Okay, what else would you got? This is not going to be our super long video because I don't have that much stuff because I haven't been spending that much, which is good. But I do have a couple of things arriving. And then, yeah, I got a few things arriving. I was trying to think of what's coming, and that's kind of what's up. I found these at the Dollar Tree, and I decided to pick them up. And I did try something I'm going to tell you guys about. So those have been around here. Know my struggles with nails and trying to make these press-on nails work. So I had a couple press-on nails, and I was like, I'm going to try something different. So I took this glue, which, I got from Walmart a while back. I put it on before, and everything just kind of fell off. So I was like, I'm going to try it again. So I put a hefty amount on the nail and on the back of the recycled but clean fake nail, press-on nail that I had taken the press-off part off after I used it. And so I brushed it on both of them and put it together. It seemed to hold a lot better, but it then when I did laundry, popped off. So I don't know. I'm still on the hunt for a glue that actually holds. But in other news, this purple, don't look at my manicure because this is actually a week old. Now that's the thing. This is a week old. My manicures never, ever last for a week. Do you know what this nail polish is? Oh, it's over there. Never mind. I'll get another one. Oh, here's right here. This nail polish. You know what it's from? Anybody know where it's from? AOA Studio. $1. One. And this has lasted the best of any nail polish I have used in I don't know how long. This is just one color. This is the color Petal, Petal. And I think it's in their pastels or something like that. They're not that hard to find. They've got them like grouped together and stuff like that. But I've got a few different colors here. And that's not it. I think I got black and blue and yellow and some different ones. I got a bunch of them because they were $1. So this has lasted really nicely. So I think I'll probably end up taking this off, redo them, and see how long the next one lasts. Because if this is staying on, I might just go ahead and keep using these. I don't know. Kaluda. Hi, Kaluda. How are you? I assume that's how you say your name. And if that's not how I say your name, please correct me so that I can not be calling you the wrong name, because I would love to not call you the wrong name. But also with nail polish, I have to try these. These are the paparazzis that I got from CVS last week. And so I have these 3 colors. I'll be trying these to see how those go as well. So have you tried paparazzi? I think it's a CVS brand. So anyway, but I got these, and I'm hoping I can find glue that works. Those are kind of cute. They were $1. There's 12 in there. So, basically that's all you get. And strangely, there's like one extra big one. Like if you got a super big thumb or something, but only on one side, because there's only one. And I'm like, well, you could go in and get another set. But it's just kind of weird because I feel like these 2 are the same size, and then this one's extra big. And they all seem to be that way. Like, what in the world? Like, usually our thumbs are pretty much the same size, aren't they? Well, why do you need one extra big one? Or maybe they figure you'll just get 2 sets. I don't know. 1530 Sam's is with us. Hi, 1530 Sam's. I'm just gonna call you Sam's because all those numbers are confusing me. Anyway, these are pretty cute. I like the design. And then I got these other ones. So this one, it's okay. So this is like 1980s. Totally something I would have worn in the 1980s. I was quite a cool person in the 1980s. I actually wasn't at all. I am today the person that I wanted to be in the 1980s, which is basically somebody who doesn't care. But look how gaudy and horrible those are, and kind of awesome. So I kind of just want to mix them with a red, and then do like a couple of these. I mean, the ones that are just plain leopard, those are kind of not awful. But I was like, I may as well get all of the sets. But yeah, these are definitely 80s. Anybody agree? Are those 80s? I think they're 80s. And then I guess I won't take all these out. And then 90s, we've got the 90s. Here's the 90s. So the rainbow and leopard print, that was definitely a vibe, right? So we had all the, neon leopard print sort of thing. I would have had notebooks. You remember the notebooks that had like all the different prints and stuff on them? And yeah, having cool notebooks. That was a thing. That's what my notebook would have looked like. And then I feel like this is the 2000s. Does that look like 2000s? These are tacky, I know, but they're also kind of cute and not horrid. I don't know. These are the ones I've been using, the impressed nails, and I really like these. They last pretty well, and if I treat them well and don't wash a lot of dishes and stuff, usually the right hand comes off first because that's the one that I, do things like washing dishes and stuff like that with. And also the nails that come off are this one, and this one, because I play piano, and that's my triad fingers, or as one of my students would say, my tripod fingers. She might be watching, so she's gonna be like, Priscilla, you talking about me? By the way, my name is Priscilla, and I like to talk about stuff like nails. So anyway, but yeah, I'm just trying to figure out how to make these things last on my nails. It's annoying. I'm tempted to try Gorilla Glue. I know that's not a good idea. People told me not to. It was funny because I said it like just joking, and people like, "Oh my goodness, don't do that." I was like, it was a joke, and then I was like, maybe I should just do it because you're like, it'll never come off, and I'm like, well, neither does gels or any of that. You kind of basically have to destroy the nail to get them off. I don't know. But yeah, I think these are kind of cute in a tacky sort of way. But again, I would probably intersperse this with others, like just plain black or something, instead of just having them like they are. But let me know, guys. I'm still on the lookout for good nail glue that will hold these things in place. I'll probably just take these out of the box and dump them into that little, this is what I keep my used nails in, plus that glue and some other random stickers and stuff like that. So all the nails that I've used, if they don't fall off in weird places, I keep them in here because then I can reuse them. And I can mix them up and, do some mix and match stuff, whatever. Yeah. I don't know. I'm trying to see how to make my nails look cute, but not have to stress about it so much. I don't want to do them all the time. And, my nails are a challenge, so. But so far, this purple nail polish has been good. I'm going to be yawning today because it's Sunday, and that's what I do. Malibu Barbie. Hi, Malibu Barbie. How is it going? Do you know how to keep press-on nails on your nails? Nails on your nails? Nails on your fingers. Taking a gulp of water or 2 or 3 while you're thinking about that. I don't know how to do it. So I like the ones that have the little tapey thing on them. But I really want to find a glue or something where I can reuse them. So far, no luck. So if anybody has suggestions of how to reuse these and or how to keep them on in the first place, that would be greatly appreciated. I wanted to use these today. I just didn't have time to put them on my finger. Before Easter, right? It's like the dark side of Easter because we have Good Friday and everything. Actually, I might joke because we have a service on piano a lot that kind of puts a lot of pressure on nails. So I don't know. Nails, nails, nails. I'll just paint them and call it good. Alrighty. Who knows how to play the shafar? Just kidding. I don't know how to play it very well because my embouchure is not tight enough. Miss Charlie's here. Hi, Miss Charlie. I'm still working on trying to figure out how to get nails to stick on my fingers. But in the meantime, my AOA Studio nail polishes work really well. This is that same purple that I had on last week, except for this one, which I tried to redo, but then I smudged it. You see that, like, the little piece came out of it? Huh? Fail. This one actually, I had glued one nail on, and it stayed on really nicely until I did laundry, and then it disappeared into the laundry somewhere. So whatever, life happens. How's it going, Miss Charlie? What's for dinner? We had potluck, so we had all sorts of different stuff. That was fun. And I was like, oh yeah, potluck. I guess we'll just grab some chips. So we did. And then people were like ordering pizzas and Jimmy John's and stuff like that. I was like, see, now potluck has completely changed. But there were the, obligatory row of crock pots and whatnot and hat dish, because we're in Minnesota, so hat dish is a thing. That's our indigenous food. Indigenous white Midwesterner. You so crazy. You so crazy is with us. Hi, you so crazy. You can't say that with a straight face. You just can't. I like that name. That's cute. That's fun. That's something that I would come up with, but you came up with it first. Therefore. Anyway, no, I was saying about my eyes and like hooded eyes and whatnot, because I use this. Miss Charlie, you said you didn't like this palette. The yellow in here, it kind of does emphasize like texture on the lids because it's so light. Yeah. The mascara that I'm using, by the way, is a combination. Oh, my face makeup looks awful. What in the world? My nose makeup has looked so bad lately. I just don't get it. And it seems like no matter what I use, it just looks bad. But I'm using actually an AOA Studio mascara, but I'm using it over another mascara that just wasn't working very well. So I just switched it up. So I don't know which one is flaking, the original or the AOA. I don't know. So I'll use them again so I can give you guys a better idea of which one's working better. But yeah, how do you keep makeup on your nose without... I don't know, because my nose is so oily, and so it just kind of like everything falls right off of it. But like a gel base that has a little bit of grip to it, and put that on my nose, and then maybe that'll work it out. Pork shoulder roast, potato casserole, garlic cheese rolls, collard greens, and grilled pineapple with ice cream. What's your address? I'm coming over. Just kidding. I won't get there in time. I'm so thirsty. Why am I so thirsty? Probably because I didn't drink a lot of water today. Usually I drink like a cup of water basically as soon as I get up, and I didn't for some reason today. Why? I guess I was just feeling like I was late. I didn't sleep last night though. It was... Priscilla, you got to learn how to sleep. I know, come on over. I will sometime. I'll be over there at some point. We'll make a date. Michael 6226 Johnson is with us. Hi, Michael 6226 Johnson. Is 6226 your PIN number, or is it your middle name? Just kidding. Sometimes I think I'm hilarious. I'm usually not. NFUMELLI. Nafumeli. I don't know where I split that up, and I don't know if it's an actual name or if it's abbreviated or if it stands for something else. So you can let me know what it actually means, and then I can greet you properly. So new palettes that are coming out, guys. What is out that deserves my attention? Saints, Angels, Sinners has a couple new palettes out. I think it's 2 new palettes out that look pretty interesting. I have never tried them before. Who has tried them? Should I try them? Gina Jaffe is with us. Hi, Gina. How are you? Do you know anything about Saints, Angels, Sinners? And should I try them? I don't know. And then the other one, well, there's a couple of them. Menagerie has their Sugar Glider. That is cute, but it's really bright. And I don't know how much I'm feeling that super uber bright, but I do like Menagerie. So I'm like, that's kind of tempting. And then what else? What else is coming out? The new Norvina. I like the way it looks, but I feel like the Blend Bunny, Miss Charlie, you will know what I'm talking about. I think you'll know what I'm talking about. The Blend Bunny with the black or the dark row in the middle, and then it has like a pastel row, and it has a neon row, and it has shimmer row, and all of that. I think that makes so much more sense than that Norvina, because that Norvina, it has like one whole row that's basically really similar colors of pink and orange. I don't know. It's just not really calling to me. But I mean, it's pretty, but I feel like the Blend Bunny one is better. So I think I might wait for Blend Bunny until I can get that one. What else has come out that seems like there was one other that I was kind of interested in and kind of looking at? Oh, the Menagerie palette. Yeah, that one was cute. I didn't stand in line or anything for it because I didn't know yet if I wanted it. So I figure next time it comes around, then I can have a better idea. I got there. Well, I got this one, which happens to be sitting right here, the Serenity palette. So when this one came, I also there was a restock, and I grabbed the Bat palette. What is that called? The purple one. That's bat related. Um, and the quality is beautiful. I mean, this is so nice. In fact, this is, dare I say, kind of to a certain extent, this one and the basic B palette with Midas. Is it Midas? That was a really good palette, and it didn't get the hype it should have. This one came with, this one was a little bit broken, but it's still fine in the pan. Although there's pieces of it right here. Wipe that on that towel. Yeah, so maybe I need to press that one. I don't know. So yeah, this is a great quality. Beautiful palette. But they do tend to do really super bright ones. Oh, I know the other one. The other one is the Nomad palette. Here's the thing with Nomad. None of their color stories grab me enough. Nordic Beauty, how are you? Are you a Nomad person? Um, which one should I get? The thing is, their new one, the tropical one, it's cute, but it's all kind of the same tones. So I'm like, is it really going to? I mean, it's great for like spring and summer if you just want to splash of color. That's great, but it's not going to allow you any depth. The winter one that they had with the blues and grays and whatnot, silvers, that one's really pretty, but I don't know. Give Me Glow has a new palette. What is a Give Me Glow new palette? I think I remember that one. Did it just come out this week, or was it another one? I don't know. I'll have to look and see what they have. But yeah, the Nomad. There, the one palette I have, I got from. I don't think it's in here. I got it from Foxy, and it was their non-PC. Oh, it was last week. Okay, their non-PC. Oh, is she outside? I think I left my cat outside. She's upset. Hold on a second. Gotta let her. Apparently, somebody tried to say hi to her. Somebody tried to say hi to her, and they're like, "Whose cat is that?" And then she was like, "Meow, let me in the house." Somebody tried to say hi to me. How dare they? Freaked her out. I had them out on the balcony, and then I shut the door, and the dog came in, and she apparently stayed out there. Her tail is like this big around. She's like, "Oh my goodness, I almost died." So yeah. Anyway, let's see. What was, oh yeah, so the Nomad palette that I have is, I had to get back on task here, was the Oriental Express, where they redid it. Did this go backwards? I feel like this went backwards, maybe not. That happened. Fix the earring, dude. That one's a really nice quality, but yeah, the other, but that's good. It's good that nothing is really, really super grabbing me right now, because the last thing that grabbed me is actually right here in front of me. Before I tell you about that though, I'm going to tell you about this other thing. Hi, Kitty. Your tail's almost down to normal now. It's still big, but it's not as much. She was scared. She's like, "Oh, I'm going to be out here forever. I don't know how to feed myself." So, Influenster. So, how many of you are on Influenster? I think a lot of us are. And what's the best thing you've ever gotten in Influencer? I'm actually trying to think of the best thing. This might be the best thing, what I'm holding in my hand right now. It's not the most, I mean, there's more expensive things that I've gotten, but this would be maybe one of the things I was most interested in. This one I'm not interested in really, but for what it is. So they're like, oh yes, you get the Charlotte Tilbury Pillow Talk Vox box. Is that what they call it? So this is what we got. If you know me, that's not really my color story, but it was free in exchange for a review. So should we swatch it? I haven't swatched it yet. Okay. It looks really, really, really basic. Really, really, really basic. That shimmer is really pretty though. So this is, the first one is like a highlight shade. And then we've got like a pinky tone. Yeah, there's just, I mean, there's just not much there. So I'm tempted to see if I can do 2 looks with this. Without it just looking like one look. I don't know. What do you think? 2 looks, maybe? I probably could. So maybe I will, just out of curiosity, to see if I can take something that's super neutral like this and make 2 distinctly different looks. What do you guys think? Good idea? And I actually might use that for when I talk about hooded eyes and aging eyes and all that kind of thing. It's nice though. It's nice to have, this is my first Charlotte Tilbury. I have a Charlotte Tilbury lip pencil, which I actually quite like. But one thing that's confusing, apparently all these are called Pillow Talk. This is the Pillow Talk Luxury Palette, but I think there's like multiple different versions of this. Can somebody set me straight on that? I don't know. I'm so confused. Who knows Charlotte Tilbury? Who's a Charlotte Tilbury fan? Warmy's here. Hi, Warmy. How's it going? Do you know anything about Charlotte Tilbury, Warmy? I don't know. Anyway, it's a fancy schmancy brand, pretty little palette, and they gave it to me for free for a review. So I said, fine, I will do that. It's very neutral, but it's cute. It's cute. Maybe I'll actually compare it to like Elf just for fun. A $60 four color palette versus a $3 4-color palette. Oh my goodness. It's so funny, like the difference between prices, because if you think about it and you think of the percentage, like, so if one palette, I'm just using this as examples, if this is like on my scale of palettes, if this is a 6 and this is a 5, the price of the 6 versus the 5 is going to be like 100%, right? So anytime there's any sort of, you know, if it's a scale from 1 to 10 as far as quality. So if one is a 6 quality, then basically you're going to pay twice as much for the, you know, but not necessarily, because then you can also get cheap stuff. And then people are like, yeah, this cost me like $1 at AOA Studio. And people are like, no way, it cost you that much. It's not very good. And then you use it and you're actually like, oh, that's actually not too bad. So whatever. And this kind of reminds me of it, because when I got my big, are they here? I put them over here. I put them over here. My big palettes from Beauty Bay. Let me grab the purpley one out. I was like quality or quantity. And so I grabbed this at the same time I grabbed the next palette, which I'm going to show you. This is such a pretty palette. I really like this. And I was like, you know, this basically gives me all the purples and blues, but most of these blues I'll use in conjunction with purples because I'm a purple girl and not a blue girl. Blue kind of makes me look a little weird when it's just by itself. So I like to use purple around the edges because that works better with my coloring. But then this one came out basically at the same time. So this is the Lethal Wildflower. Is that what it is? What? Why do they not have a name on the palette? I don't understand. Oh, it says like a wildflower grow in unexpected places. So it is there. It's just a whole phrase. This is very different. I'm going to hold these up side by side. Give me a second because this is a lot of palette here. All right, so there's the big beauty babe. Here's the little one. And I was like, okay, they're both purple palettes, right? Basically monochromatic purple palettes. But that's not really the case because this one has tons more variety, even though this one is a much bigger palette. So what is better, to have all of these colors? I mean, it's better to have both. That's why I have both. I have all of these colors and all of these options at one price point, which is the quantity, or to have quality. Not that that's not quality, but I don't know. So let's take a look at this and see. I was actually really surprised when I got this because I thought it was going to be way more monochromatic than it is. So I was pleasantly surprised. I'm going to swatch this for you. I don't usually swatch palettes. I think that girl that was over there, she was going to try to steal my cat. She's a cat person. I know. They have a couple cats. And she was like, "Is it yours?" It's like, "Yeah, like that's why it's on my balcony." Oh, okay. Like she was totally trying to get the cat to come over so she could grab it. Cat's like, "Get away from me, woman." So she was trying to cat nap and not take a cat nap, but cat nap a cat. So that's the first row. That bone colored matte. I don't hate them as much as I used to. I used to be like, that's such a waste of space. But now I use them actually more, basically totally my skin tone. But the others are pretty. Now this middle row, this is where it starts to really get interesting. Ooh, that's pretty. So, and I'm not going to give you the rundown of like, and this one is a duochrome, and this one is like got a shift of that. You can get that from people who know more. But this one here is definitely a mermaid color. Oops, my swatches are going off the wrong way. I'll try to make them so they curve the way my arm is going to curve. This is interesting because it's like an orange, like a fiery orange with a bluish shift. That's very different. This one here is the one that's like mermaid tone. It's like a golden yellow with a minty undertone. I told you I wasn't going to do that, and then I did it. Whatever. So then the final row, this blue here is so pretty. So we've got a gray. We've got, why would somebody see a cat on your balcony and not think it's your cat? Is that your cat? Of course it's my cat. Seriously, cats don't just climb up on balconies by themselves randomly. But I guess, I'm the bad cat mommy that left her out there, so. She's like, meow, mommy, you didn't love me. So this is the whole thing. Yeah, I think this is a beautiful palette. And these shimmers, it definitely is pigmented. The shimmers are really beautiful. I don't feel like these swatches even come close to doing it justice. Oh, that's kind of not good. Tearing things off my back. Yeah, so I don't think my swatches are even remotely doing it justice. But I do think that this is the one that I'll be using on Wednesday to do 2 looks. Because I should be able to get pretty good diversity with this. It has really nice. I definitely want to try something with this one. It's so funny because it looks purple in the pan, but that's the one that's like orange with a blue shift. It's just such a weird combo. And then this one here is just that beautiful mermaid sort of look. So we're going to use this on Wednesday. We're going to do 2 looks, and then I'll have a better idea of what I think of it. I have never used uh, Lethal anything before, so this will be my first experience with them. But Miss Charlie says she loves them, so if she loves them, I probably will too. Anyway, is that? Oh, no, that's not it. And then I got this from Lethal. I got one of their eyeliners in Periwinkle because I love this color, and I didn't have any liners like this in Periwinkle in this color. So it has this little tabby thing on the inside. But yeah, so I'm hoping. Oh, it looks like it's a little dried out. No, it's not. It's still creamy in there. Now that I'm sticking my fingers in there, it'll be dried out. That's what it looks like. Ooh, that's pretty. So that's going to be fun. I might actually try that as kind of just a matte base for my, so I can do an all matte look. I did an all matte look with, I don't remember what palette it was, but I did it a month ago or so, and it was really, really nice, but I found that it creased, so I need to use the right, yeah, this seems like it's going to set. So Fluffy Smiles lives Lethal too. She means loves, but she said lives. So, yeah, this is my first Lethal experience. I really wanted the Lethal is Dead, but we didn't get there. So I was wondering why when I put food up here for her, she didn't jump up and eat it. I should have noticed that she wasn't in the house when that happened. Don't report me to Kitty Protective Services. Sorry, Kitty. Mommy's a bad mommy. I don't care. I got food. I'm inside. We're good now. The crazy lady didn't get to steal me. Dang typos. I know, right? But at least you didn't leave your kitty out unattended. Love that they repost my looks. Oh, Lethal does? Well, maybe I'll get mine reposted. I don't know. Do I care? I guess I do. I mean, that would be kind of cool. Exposure is okay. I have been bad at being present online because I'm just so busy. It's like there's so much to do. And it's like I'm working towards like improving myself in various ways, which I always do, but it's like I don't have enough time to improve myself in all the ways that I want to. So so piano is, I'm a musician, and piano is one of the things that I'm always kind of working towards. But then I'm like, I need to pick up more instruments too. So I'm like, I need to get another guitar so I can get back into guitar again, because it's been a long time that I haven't done that. And that would be something I can just kind of play at the house. So maybe I'll have to do that. But I'm also like, maybe I should get a ukulele, because that would be a lot of fun. And I feel like that would be uh, something that would be versatile. And the other thing that I want to get are bells. They're not actual bells, but like what they play in band. That's like a little xylophone, but it's not a xylophone because xylophone's made out of wood. But it's the metal ones. Um, some people call them chimes or bells. They're not really chimes. So they're called bells, but they're not bells because you think of bells as like, the bell shaped sort of. Yeah. Anyway, I'm gonna try to play the instrument too, and then I could add that when there's other people playing keyboard, just for fun. At our church, we have a pipe organ. It's not a huge church, but they have an old pipe organ, and I'm really excited because one of the pianists is practicing on it so she can play for Easter. So I'm excited because when I was the worship director there, I wanted to get that going, but it was hard to be multiple places at once. I was a one-man team, so one woman team. But now the churches are merging or kind of merging, or we don't know what's happening, but we meet together and they have a worship director. And so I'm hanging out, and sometimes I help them and sometimes I don't, which is kind of nice because I don't have all the responsibility I used to have. So that's nice. And it's also, I mean, there's pros and cons about it. But yeah, so I'm doing a lot of music stuff, and then I'm doing a lot of reading. I have so many books that I want to read and whatnot. So Staciona7 is with us. Hi, or Stationa or something like that. Hi. Welcome to the party. I never caught how to say your name. And then What's the other thing that I'm like? Oh, language. Language is always. I could spend literally 10 to 12 hours a day doing any of these things. And I don't know, my time just goes by so fast. It's like if I sit down and I do piano, it's like I feel like I've only practiced for an hour and my whole day's gone. Like, how does this work? And it's, of course, I'm not just doing that. I'm also teaching and I'm doing life. But it's crazy. I'm a nerd when it comes to books. I have almost no fiction. The only fiction that I have is either indigenous fiction, meaning it's like Haitian fiction or Native American fiction or that sort of thing, written by, indigenous peoples or, natives of the word native is just dumb because no one's actually a native. I mean, everybody has literally moved, you know, at some point. Anyway, so yeah, so either that or basically everything else is nerdy. So I have tons of books on worship and theology, and I have tons of books on Haiti and the Caribbean in general. And then I'll kind of get in my subcategories, like pirates is really interesting for me. I was teaching some classes for little kids online during COVID when I was like, I need to make some money. So, and that was a lot of fun. So then I was like, I need to know more about pirates. So I started studying specifically on pirates. Linguistics is really important, really interesting to me, and sociology in general is really interesting to me. And I'm doing more and the Native American research again. I've done a lot of that in the past, and then kind of focused more on Haitian and Caribbean, and now I'm back with Native American and all over the place. So yeah, I love my fiction. I have some biographies and documentaries. Yeah, I like. I don't do a ton of biographies, but I do like some. Um, I do like some memoirs once in a while. I think those are interesting memoirs, and yeah, but most of my stuff is academic. I'm just a nerd. I can't sit down and read a. If I want that, that's the thing is, if I want a story, I'm gonna just turn on Hulu. By the way, what service is the best service? I have Hulu, but I don't have anything else. Should I have something else? We don't watch a ton, but sometimes there's things that I'm like, I don't know. I like mystery and detective and anything that uses your brain. Um, that sort of thing. Some things that are a little slightly twisted, but I don't like anything that's horror or anything like that. So, but things like Criminal Minds, love that because it's like, it doesn't. I mean, there's always the opening scene that is just gross, and there's like some, nasty maggot infested corpse or whatever, and you're like, ew, and then it moves on to just finding out, who did it. So I like the whole mystery of who did it. So, what do you think, Kate? When you want to go out there again? That lady's gonna try to kill you. Kill you. I keep saying kill you. Steal you. Not kill you, but steal you. My dad have like an alarm, like, okay, now it's time to read. Okay, now put the books down. Now it's time to play music. Okay, now put the music down. Now it's time to study languages. Okay, put that down. Now it's time to go for a walk with the dog. Okay, now put that down. Now it's time to work. I mean, it's just like, now it's time to eat. Oh my goodness, not having time to eat. How do we get everything done? I don't even know where to start. I think part of it is just I have a really obsessive kind of mentality. I think that's part of that is like neurodivergence that we've is not necessarily the way the majority of mind works, and so I get so focused and time just disappears, and then I like look up and I'm like, oh, well, that's why I got so much done because it's like 10 hours later. And that's literally what I'll do. So I usually do that at the keyboard. It was given to me because when I came from the DR, it was like my keyboard I left in Haiti and whatnot. So this one is actually permanently transposed like a step and a half. And so it's like not in the right key or anything. That's just bizarre. Yeah. Oh, Linda's over on YouTube. Hi, Linda. How are you? Oh, you got a bad connection. Yeah, it's reconnecting on my end, so it's probably me. Who knows? My computer at some point just needs to be fixed because but yeah, so anyway, so my keyboard kind of sucks, so I'm probably just gonna get rid of it at some point because it's just It's not even worth it. Taking up space in this little apartment. And then I just practice over there. But I'll go in like I just got like a bag from Half Price Books that's just full of piano books. And so I'll just open one up and my goal is just to kind of play through 5 songs. And I just use my tally marks, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, cross it off. I'm done. So like open up a hymnal, I'm going to read through them. I pull up a fake book, I'm going to read and chord through it. I'm going to pull up something else or contemporary music. I just play through it so that I can learn the music. So it's kind of all educating myself not only on playing, but also learning new music or learning classic music and that sort of thing. So I send you who? Is with us, and Sarah Mohammadi is with us. Hi, welcome. And Linda said, how was church today? Church today was good. It was, so this is the Palm Sunday. We didn't actually have any palms. So the church that we're connecting with, it's not really a merge. If it happens, basically the church, and it's not, I can't say our church because I'm not even, I was a worship director, but I'm not historically part of that church. They'll just kind of be absorbed into the other, or they'll have the option of joining the other church. So the other church will not really change its form and whatnot in a significant way. Anyway, they're a bunch of young people and they're still figuring out a lot of stuff. Like some of them just don't know what's going on. And I was like, I think it would be really beneficial for their pastors, because all their pastors are in their 30s. And thanks. I was talking about my nail polish. Linda said she liked my nail polish. It's kind of a mess, but it's actually the AOA Studio, and it's lasted a whole week. Nothing lasts on my nails a week, so this is incredible because my nails are really like weak and brittle, and they crack quickly. So I was impressed. So I've gotten more compliments on this nail polish color, even like guys and girls, and just like strangers. It's really bizarre. Like nobody compliments my nail polish. But I've had like 5 or 6 since I painted my nails, which is really bizarre on this color. Anyway, so if you need to know, it's this one here, AOA Studio, $1. There you go. Yeah. So all of the pastors, there's 5 pastors, there's 3 staff pastors and 2 lay pastors, and I'm really trying to encourage them to actually each take one of the guys from our church. And most of the guys, I tell people, I'm like, other than my husband and myself, and then one of my friends and her teenage son, everybody else in our church, if they're 60 years old or older, they're from the Lebanon church. If they're if they're in their 30s or they're little kids, then they're from the other church. That's basically how the groups are set up. That's just, the makeup of the groups. But yeah, we're getting along pretty well and whatnot. But I'm hoping that the pastors will take it seriously and understand that I don't care how much you know. I don't care how much you've studied. I don't care how much Greek and Hebrew and anything else you speak. You do not have wisdom when you are 30 years old. You do not. You might have knowledge, but you don't have wisdom. You don't. Tell me I'm wrong. I know everybody that's watching this is basically more than that. We're all probably 50 or, around 50 or whatnot, right? Tell me that's not true. When you were 30, you thought that you knew everything. And now you look back and realize how stupid you were when you were 30, right? You do not have wisdom when you're 30. So we all need older people, because the only way you can get wisdom is age. And just by surviving life and managing to keep yourself alive for a half a century or more, in some cases close to a century, just by virtue of that, you have wisdom. And that's it. That's the only way it comes, is just life experience. The only thing it comes from is life experience. And so I feel like I'm just starting to acquire wisdom now. I have a lot of knowledge. I have a lot of experience. I have a lot of skills. But wisdom is a new thing for me that I would say since I was 40, I've started accumulating it. I mean, you learn things and you do, you get, but really to say that I have wisdom, I would say only now can I start to say, yeah, I'm starting to have wisdom. So that's one of the main things, is when you have a bunch of young pastors, they can be very arrogant and think that they know everything, because they are more studied and they are more learned, but they don't have wisdom. The difference. It's like knowing, you know what? I know that you know what you what you're talking about, but you don't need to say that right now because, right? It's those kinds of things. Put chopped garlic in clear nail polish and add a layer every day. Remove at the end of the week. That should make them stronger. I have heard that. I actually have garlic oil. I wonder if that would work. I have a little, where is it? Somewhere over here. I take garlic every day. Is it this one? Yeah. This. Do you think this would work? Take these little capsules, like garlic oil. Concentrated oil controlled. If I put that in clear nail polish, I might try it. Mary Trina is with us. Hi, Mary Trina. And SZXCVBNM_M8739. I'm not going to remember that. They're both with us. So welcome. So I should try that and put it in some nail polish because I have a couple of clear nail polishes. I'll just have to make sure I mark which one has the garlic and which one does not. And then maybe try that. So good to know. Yeah, so church was good. We're, getting along and planning for Easter and other events coming up and fun times. Last night we had church and that was a whole different group. That's the Native American. It's not all Native American, but the majority. And it's a whole different group and a whole different flavor. And there I am the worship director. And so the music is a whole different thing. So that's fun. Anyway, that's all we got. Now Kitty wants to go back outside because it wasn't terrifying the first time when she thought she was out there forever. So yeah, that's it. I will see you guys on Wednesday. On Wednesday, we are going to be using these babies. I'll use the liner and the palette. And I think I'm going to try using this as a base, and then I might use it as a liner, and we'll see. Yeah, the youth have book wisdom. Not only that, here's what youth have. Youth have tenacity and they have lack of fear. Fear comes when you're older because you have more to lose and you have experience. You've been through things and things have, not gone the way you thought. So youth have more like lack of fear, and you think you're invincible when you're young. And book wisdom, and you're right, because people are so much more educated. It's so much more common for people to have a master's degree. Ordinary people on the street, even like people working like entry-level jobs, they have master's degrees. So where before that was like doctors and professors had master's degrees, and that was it. So or higher education, I should say. Doctors didn't have master's degrees. They had doctorates, which is why they're called doctorates. Come on, Priscilla. Anyway, so yeah, and I think that I'm kind of like halfway between, because I am a very nerdy, very book knowledge sort of person and whatnot. And I have, like I said, I have a lot of life experience, but now I'm gaining wisdom. I don't have it yet, but I'm gaining wisdom, and so that's oh, Linda's over here now. Linda, you're all over the place. So yeah, that's one of the things that I really think that our pastors, I think they should just, humble themselves. And I say our pastors, I mean the pastors of the other church. They should just humble themselves and put themselves under one or more of the older guys and learn from them. Just ask them questions. What do you think about XYZ? And not theological questions necessarily, but just life. Just ask them things about, how do you deal with, things in the church? And yeah, the connection is always better on Instagram because my phone is a lot faster than my computer. My computer is old. I brought my computer as a refurbished older computer down to Haiti with me. So yeah, YouTube is not great. One of these days I'll actually replace it. Sorry. That's why I don't get a lot of subscribers on YouTube, because they watch a little bit and they're like, yeah, no, not great. I mean, it does once it saves, it actually does okay. But for live videos, it's kind of garbage. And I can get a lot of delays and things like that going on with it. But anyway, so Wednesday we'll be using the Lethal, doing 2 looks. The next Wednesday, I think I'm going to try to use the Charlotte Tilbury. Did you see this, Linda? So Influenster sent me this for free in exchange for a review. So this is my very first Charlotte Tilbury eyeshadows. I have a lip pencil from one of the subscription boxes. But yeah, so I will be maybe trying to do 2 looks with this. That will be a challenge for me because yeah. I want to ask you something, but I'll send you a DM on Insta. Okay, sounds good. Yeah, do that. Send me a DM on Insta. Insta. Insta? All right, guys, that is yeah, it's a pretty palette. It's just it's neutral, and I don't do a ton of neutrals, but I can learn. But I'll definitely give it a fair chance. And I think trying to do 2 looks with something that's 4 neutral colors will be a fun challenge. So we'll see how that goes. That's all I have for today. I am always having fun with you guys, and I'll see you on Wednesday evening where we will do 2 looks. And I'll have some other good stuff for you too. So, all right, until then, bye.